The Cross of Gold speech, ironically enough, is the gold standard against which all other political speeches are compared. It talks about an issue of monetary policy, whether money should be backed by gold only, which William Jennings Bryan disagreed with, or should it be backed by both gold and silver. And this is usually something that is associated with decisions made by bankers and experts in the area and all that. And it's an area that's so convoluted and boring that it's not the type of thing that would necessarily ignite a nation on fire with passion. Gold standard, silver standard, that's stuff for those bankers to deal with. It's you can explain, of course, to people in the farmland that if you inflate the currency, then their loans are less burdensome. But what William Jennings Bryan really does incredibly in this speech is he takes this technical monetary issue and turns it into into basically a borderline religious conflict. Let's look at how he starts. There's a few things that we really want to look in this speech, that we want to look at in this speech. First of all, he starts by saying something that it seems polite. I would be presumptuous indeed to present myself against the distinguished gentleman to whom you have listened, if this were but a measuring of ability. It sounds like he's being polite. He's saying all these other people who've spoken here at the Democratic National Convention they're more distinguished, and if I would be presumptuous of me to speak against them. Look at what he's doing right now. William Jennings Bryan at this time was in his 30s. Pretty much everybody else there was in their 70s, so when he's calling them distinguished, he's just calling them old. Old, out of touch, fuddy-duddies that we don't want to deal with. But he doesn't stop there. Oh no, the humblest citizen in all the land, when clad in the armor of a righteous cause, is stronger than the whole host of error they can bring. He's creating this religious David and Goliath type thing where he's this humble citizen clad in the armor of truth, speaking out against this evil old enemy. Now, there are a few parts of this where he gets back into that normal political back and forth, but there's a few parts of this that are so vivid and so powerful that they are essentially unforgettable. Let's find some of them real quick. And again, he's just talking about the issue of what to back currency with, but he's making it so epic. He says, "You come and tell us that the great cities are in favor of the gold standard. I tell you that the great cities rest upon these broad and fertile prairies. Burn down your cities and leave our farms, and your cities will spring up again as if by magic. But destroy our farms, and the grass will grow in the streets of every city in the country." He's taking this from just the small issue of bimetallism versus gold backing, and made it an issue of the country versus the city. And he's not going to just stop there, of course. Over here, look at this line. He talks about the struggle between the idle holders of idle capital and the struggling masses who produce the wealth and pay the taxes of the country. So again, he's on one side, he's putting these people who are just doing nothing besides being rich, and on the other side, all the people who are working hard and struggling and actually producing the wealth, not just sitting there and doing nothing. He's taken this issue and made it so grandiose, so epic, so electrifying, so exciting. And that's the genius of this speech. Let's take a look at the conclusion. People always say that a conclusion of a speech is the hardest part, but the conclusion of a speech is also the most important part. It's literally the last thing you say. Most presidents today can't be bothered, and they just end every speech by saying, "God bless you and God bless the United States of America." Fine. But William Jennings Bryan, a world-class orator, is not going to settle for that. If they dare to come out in the open field and defend the gold standard as being a good thing, look at that phrasing, the open field. He's talking about a war. He's saying, if you're going to come out and have a fight with us, the response, "We shall fight them to the uttermost, having behind us the producing masses of the nation and the world." Having behind us the commercial interest and the laboring interest and all the toiling masses, we shall answer their demands for a gold standard by saying to them, you shall not press down upon the brow of labor this crown of thorns. You shall not crucify mankind upon a cross of gold. If you don't know, the crown of thorns refers to the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, where a crown of thorn was placed on his head. If you're not a Christian, everyone listening at the time would have gotten the reference, and of course, everyone today gets the idea of a cross. No matter what religion you are, you've probably seen some image somewhere of Jesus being crucified on a cross. So he's taken this issue, this monetary, technical, financial, economic issue, and turned it into this religious war. And that's the beauty of this. He's not going to say, yeah, it's technical, so let's discuss this, let the technical people discuss it. He says, no, let's turn this into a religious war. Let's fight it in the biggest, broadest, most intense sense of the world. And in doing that, he electrifies the people who might normally not feel like they have the knowledge or an understanding or economic intelligence to even speak on an issue so complicated. Only the people in Wall Street should talk about that. And he's saying, yeah, we're on this side, we're together, that's the evil enemy. It's a powerful speech. It is, without question, the gold standard against which all political speeches, even today, are compared.